back to the home of entertainment commentary. Mkabrichi Gogo is my name. This is, of course, the report card. So, following the outcry of netizens online, because of the video that was posted on Homeboyz radio platform, of course, that video has since been pulled down, and it was a video of Shafi, where DJ John Falwe and Neville discussing this incident of a babe who was thrown from the 12th floor mpaka chini because she refused to bulge to someone's sexual advances. So from what I'm guessing, I watched the video, yeah, and that was before they pulled it down, but it's somewhere here. Like, if you really want to retrieve it, you'll get it. From what I'm guessing is they started that thing off on that tempo of saying we want to pass the message home to different people, as in you want to start this campaign where we want to sensitize hands, like don't put yourself in dangers or in harm's way, only for the conversation to go south. So since Homeboyz radio released an apology, and then the apology was followed closely by them telling us that the three have been suspended and they've been put on 2 weeks suspension. So the apology and the suspension letter read something like this.
Yesterday, Homeboyz presenters Shafi Wero, Neville, and DJ John Falme made some inappropriate and insensitive comments about and surrounding a very unfortunate incident, including Swangari, who was thrown off the 12th floor of a building by a man when she did not consent to his sexual advances. Homeboyz radio sincerely apologizes, so they apologized to the lady, and then they said that a public apology has since been issued and is running, and the presenters have also issued a public apology on their platforms. Homeboyz radio does not condone sexual assault, violence against women, victim shaming, and any actions by men who do not respect women, women's choices and voices. They followed that up closely with saying that these guys have been suspended. So, following a statement earlier today, the disciplinary inquiry on the conduct of the Homeboyz presenters, Shafi, Neville, and John Falme, the inquiry has given us enough and justified reason to suspend the presenters with effect from today for a 2-week period. So then they say that everybody, like the entire staff of Homeboyz radio, will undergo training. Yeah, they'll undergo training on how to report, ethical reporting on air discussions of women issues, sexual assault, gender-based violence. The training that shall be done by the legal team. As the leading heritage youth station in Kenya, Homeboyz radio will start changing the narrative, really, around violence, changing the narrative around violence towards women. Thank you for listening.
Now, here's the thing, and I'm just about to give my 2 cents on this. I think at some point we've all said things that really, and actually I should know because I've been that person who people have come for, a couple of times. It's not going to stop. People are still going to come for me because opinions are just that. They irritate some people, they piss off some people. People are really sensitive right now. And the thing is, the truth of the matter is, I know, knowing what I do, if these guys would have just gone, and not have, they would have just gone on radio, aired the show, without them recording themselves and putting it out there, them laughing at this hand, making a mockery, the fact that someone was thrown from the 12th floor, now calling her a cripple, and then John Falme there adding, saying, it's the ones you don't like who are always easy to give in, and the ones you like, I don't know, my wife or whoever that is waited for 6 months before she could give me the cookie or whatever. If they wouldn't have, openly voiced it or documented or filmed themselves doing these things and putting it on social media, then I genuinely don't think Homeboyz radio would have had an issue with them going on radio on a platform that is somewhat, it's not really national, probably it's regional, going on there and saying such things. They would not have made, these follow-ups. They would not have told us that, now people are undergoing training, to be taught about how to handle consent, sexual harassment, violence against women, They wouldn't have done that. But because the thing was on their platform and it went viral and it was just one big blow up, that's when they're like, like, can we just cover our tracks? And then they're talking about this 2-week suspension. Shafiwero happens to be, if I'm not mistaken, the head of programming there or something. So, I mean, like, they discussed it beforehand, and maybe these guys were even like, yeah, we are ready, as in we're going to issue apologies on our platforms, we are ready to take the 2-week notice bow, everything, it is just PR, right? Pretty much, that's what I'm trying to say. It's just PR. So, if this PR is going to counter your souls and, itakupatia some type of consolation, then by all means, take it. But when you are too easy in PR, and if it was not if it was not in fact the timing, people are from femicide, and then again, people talking about consent, and people talking about, men are still about this whole idea of teach your hands how to say no, and the hands are of this ideology of teach your men how to handle rejection. So it's one big sensitive topic. And I'm telling you for free, if they wouldn't have put it on social media, they would have got away with it. Fair square, kwa sababu hiyo siku ingepita na ingefika, and probably people would have been texting, it would just be, like simple banter, like, oh, girls need to stop being loose. Oh, boys need to stop doing this, alafu ingepita too evil. So all of this is just PR. And the weirdest thing about, I don't know if it's weird or funniest thing about this country, is we forget as fast as we remember. So yeah, this is just going to be another story for the books. Maybe a few people are going to remember it. Probably the affected person whom they were calling a cripple and whatnot is the one who's going to, she's the one who's going to feel the pains of this. And I also just have to say this, guys. Listen, I think we need to move from that narrative of saying, don't take yourself, don't be too available, don't present yourself in the eyes of, these people that you do not know. This shit can happen to anybody. Anybody. In fact, I was having the conversation with someone today. Honestly. Like, it can happen to anybody, Even when you think I'm safe with this guy, like this guy is driving me home, the person might just decide, I'm not driving you home, I've decided let's go to Karura and we're just going to have a field day. Uko hivyo Karura, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. Ama wendo umeenda huko, maybe you've even gone for a meeting, and it's something professional. And you're told the meeting is happening huku juu 12th floor, and then you get there, kumbe these people have planned hell on you, and they decide today we have to rape you. Then when you say, I don't want your advances, unashiku, unarushwa. And but probably this guy, in fact, whoever threw that babe, wanted this babe dead. That's what I'm suspecting. Because you cannot throw someone from the 12th floor, sensibly speaking. Honestly, what? I don't even have the strength for this. But I'm just saying that whatever happened to Eunice was just the unfortunate. It's a name and it's a person. And whatever has been happening to many other women, it can literally happen to anybody. Whether you're 20, whether you're 30, whether you're 40, whether you're 50, whether you're 60, anybody can be a victim of this mess. So, yote ni PR. Kuna kitu ingine. It's just PR.